Is it better to speak or to die? This appears to be a question that brings up never ending debate that seems to have an obvious answer for me. I could talk about it for hours upon hours, why I think it's better to, and try to convince you why I think so. However, I want to approach it in a way where I propose questions that personally reveal the answer clearly for me, but leave room for you to answer for yourself. Firstly, how about we consider this in simple terms of anatomy? We as humans share so many traits and neurological aspects with different animals and species. Humans and chimps have I believe a 98% similar genetic makeup, but with all those shared characteristics and genes, humans are the one species out of hundreds and thousands and millions undiscovered, endeavored with the ability to logically, coherently, and intentionally speak. Just to be a little dramatic, you could almost think with the scarcity and inaccessibility of this trait, it would be viewed as a superpower. I find it just a little strange we sit here contemplating the choice of dying, willfully perishing rather than using the rarest, most powerful gift we have. Now let's view this socially, I guess. Let's say you happen to be a minority like me, or a woman, groups that for the longest of time suffered from the silencing of their voice. Would it not be a disgrace to remain silent upon being bestowed the right to speak? We just discussed the birth given right that you have to speak. And after years, decades, centuries of that voice being lost in the shouting of your oppressors, to be found, elevated from the silent screams of our predecessors that crescendoed for us to find that voice, you choose death. Finally, my favorite perspective, philosophical or introspective. I often revisit Adele's album 30, consistently insisting this is her best album. Her lyric from To Be Loved resonates within me, and I feel it quite simply answers the question in regards to speak or to die. I'll never learn if I never lead. I'll always yearn if I never speak. Why not allow your voice to be heard, your soul to be free, and your love to be felt? Do you truly feel it's meant to be contained, withheld from the grasp of its manifestation? Yearning has become some romanticized trend lately, in which I partly understand. Of course, it sounds amazing having someone with such an endearment connected to you, but real yearning, no true yearning, is painful. It's not just wanting something strongly. It's the feeling of losing oxygen and every breath you take without it. It's the exhilarating thought of the fantasy of what could be, shattered by the exhausting, devastating thought of reality. It's the loudest, most rambunctious tune resounding in our body, only to be reduced to a vibration, a quiet note accompanied with the suffering of silence. We are already dying the moment we choose not to speak, killing the essence of what yearns to be escaped from confinement and understood, while vanquishing curiosity, inquirement, and desire striving within us. You may ask, well, what if I die if I speak? And of course, I would rebuttal with the cliche, is it better to die without spoken? But I don't think you have a true fear of death. Of course, some people are frightened about what follows, how they will actually die. But I think what scares you the most is facing the moments of death and realizing all the unspoken words, unresolved relationships, and unbearing suppression of emotions you have to take with you. Maybe each option harbors regret with it. But what would you rather be more okay with? Regret from bravery or regret from fear? Because yes, with speaking, you always wager the possibility of death, and remaining silent might keep you safe. But silence will always symbolize to death. Silence will always feel like death. While speaking is the only option that could grant you the freedom and ineffable beauty of living. So that brings me to my final question. Is it better to speak or to die?